Hello, everyone. This is Stacey Schroeder, the Director for Cleveland IMS. Thanks for joining me as we do a quick rundown of our 2020 schedule and the learning journey. First off, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you at our amazing IMS member companies in Cleveland. You and your teams helped build a great 2020 schedule. I'm truly blessed to have the opportunity to work with each of you, and I'm thrilled to continue providing Cleveland with access to thought leaders in key leadership competency areas. Our first session was January 23rd with Dr. Woody Woodward. This was the biggest turnout for a session in Cleveland in quite some time. We had over 60 attendees, all of whom walked away with their core values, a mission for their team, and the tools to evaluate performance and handle challenging conversations. This was an amazing start to the year, and I hope to see many of those newer leaders at future sessions. On February 20th, we have Dr. Shawn Hanna, a great combination of military leadership, practical research, and experience working with clients in multiple industries. Dr. Hanna leads participants to move beyond just formulating a strategy into strategic thinking and how to handle dynamic changes during execution. Dr. Hanna has been a hit in other regions, and I would love to see several leaders from each of your companies on the 20th. March 26th, Linda Galindo. Linda's an absolute dynamo. She starts with an online accountability assessment before the session to help participants understand their current performance and to help her tailor her presentation to best meet their needs. She builds on that with innovative tools to drive accountability. This empowers leaders to move from the tactical aspects of management to mentoring, coaching, and more strategic and valuable activities. On April 8th, we've got Helene Segura. Most people feel stretched thin, more responsibilities, less resources, higher expectations, and more risk. Helene helps participants accelerate their effectiveness and results with proven strategies. Her area of focus is eliminating inefficiencies, which frees up capacity to focus on critical projects and programs and elevates team performance. May 13th, Dr. David Burkus. Thank you, Cleveland, for welcoming a new IMS faculty member. The word innovation can feel like a buzzword, but it's really the lifeblood of a company. New products, new services, new solutions for customers. This is a dynamic and energizing day that hones in on the relevant and actionable ways to generate ideas that will truly transform. June 10th, Mitch Ditkoff. What do people remember more easily, a series of facts or a story? Stories are part of our DNA. Our ancestors told them, and we continue that tradition both inside and outside of work. A compelling story is what creates loyalty and commitment from employees, from customers, and from the world. Mitch is the storytelling expert. Join him for a day of new skills to improve innovation and engagement through stories. July 14th, Dr. Carol Kinsey-Goman. How many of you have a women's resource group or something similar at your company? This is the perfect session to encourage them to attend as a cohort. Every leader is different, but there are some elements of leadership that are distinct for women. Dr. Kinsey-Goman is an absolute pleasure to learn from. She brings research-based insights and techniques to life in a lively, authentic, and honest way. This session is a must-attend for female leaders at all levels. August 26th, Dr. Jackson Nickerson. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. Sun Tzu. Dr. Nickerson brings practical research and experience to life in his session focused on execution. Not only will participants learn concrete approaches, but also the common obstacles and ways to overcome them. September 22nd, Dr. Jan Ferry Reed. We're in an interesting time. There are as many as 5 generations in the workplace, each with different upbringings, norms, and expectations. This seminar is not about millennials, it's about actionable ways to create a culture and environment where every employee feels able to bring their authentic selves to work and contribute effectively. Dr. Jan Ferry Reed is high energy and will have participants excited and ready to build effective and trusting teams and engaging effectively with employees across the spectrum of ages and experiences. October 15th, Dr. Debbie Turner-Bell. Dr. Turner-Bell has lived many lifetimes in one. She weaves together experience and context from all her personal and professional experiences to provide participants with the tools and techniques to have those difficult conversations that often get ignored at our peril. High-stakes conversations are all around us, but they don't often get held. Dr. Turner-Bell empowers attendees with the skills needed to plan and participate in these necessary and critical conversations. November 4th with Dr. Barbara Trotland. I'm sure you've all heard the phrase, the only constant in this world is change. Dr. Trotland will show attendees how to get change to stick in their team and in their company. Change intelligence is something that can be learned and honed, and she shares the skills and processes to lead critical initiatives to successful completion. December 2nd, Dr. Robert Buys. We finish off our amazing 2020 schedule with Dr. Buys and a focus on getting extraordinary things done. In many workplaces today, things are not done through command and control with clear, firm hierarchies and power structures. Things really get done through influence at all levels, and there are specific skills required to succeed in this type of environment. Dr. Buys shares his experience and expertise with attendees to empower them to inspire those around them to follow their lead. That's our 2020 schedule. I'm very excited to share it with you. I do want to quickly walk you through our learning journey approach, just because we've got some new features we added for 2020. So I'd like to draw your attention to this graphic. So not only do we have our full day leadership program with the thought leaders that we just walked through, after every session, every attendee receives access to a custom landing page with access to micro-learning videos that directly relate to the skills and competencies covered in the course. There's also a discussion board, which is monitored by the faculty member that you learned from, and they respond to any questions that you have. And we also pulled together appropriate resources in the form of articles, templates, PDFs, etc. The faculty member also sends post-session emails to each attendee through IMS, so we protect your privacy and your information. Those emails include even more tools to help guide reflection and give you opportunities to practice the skills and competencies you learned in the session. And also new for 2020 is a follow-up virtual coaching session with that faculty member. So that's about 3 weeks after the session, and it's designed to make a feedback loop to make sure that the skills that you've learned are implemented. And we also partner with other coaching members if you're looking for optional coaching beyond just that. So let me close out of this. And what I'd like to do is show you what comes along with your session. So for example, if you had attended the January session with Dr. Woody Woodward, you would have gotten access to a custom landing page like this. So this has information about the session that you had attended. There's the discussion board. There's related lessons, so curated videos that align with the information that you learned at the course. And then we also have tools. So I'll show you just a real quick example. So this is an article about tips for developing high potential talent. And then I'd also like to show you a video, but before I click on it, I just want to briefly explain microlearning. So microlearning is videos typically between 3 and 7 minutes in length, and they focus on one specific action area. So our videos are developed through Athena Online, which is one of the forefront in microlearning. In fact, LinkedIn Learning tried to acquire them because we've got such great content. Each of the videos is fully narrated, it's captioned, and you as the attendee are able to share it with members of your team for up to 2 weeks after the course as well. So I'm going to show you a video. It'll be about 4 minutes.
If you're a new leader and you really want to be successful, there are a couple of things that you need to do in order to make that success happen. The first thing is to not rush in too quickly. As a new leader, you have a new position in the organization, and you would do well to learn the political landscape, to learn who's in charge, what the influences are, what the spoken rules are, what the unspoken rules are, who's connected to whom, who has a stake in what, before you jump in and try to save things or do too much too soon. The second thing that you as a new leader need to do is you need to take stock of the situation. What's currently happening? How does that compare with what needs to happen? What about the team members that you're inheriting? How talented are they? How skilled are they? How motivated are they? How good are they at playing games? How successful have they been? You need to stop, pause, remember to breathe, and do a couple of things early on. Number one, you need to set some priorities. You can't come in and take care of everything, especially when you yourself are learning the ropes and not everybody might be supporting you. By setting some priorities, you will in effect create opportunities to talk to key decision makers and find out from them what's important to them. If you say to yourself, I'm the leader, I have to know all these things, you're setting yourself up for failure. There's no way that you can know what people are thinking when they give you the job. You have to know what they're thinking after they've given you the job. So step 1, set some priorities. Step 2, create a plan. You may have 16 priorities. You may think that they're all equal. There's no way. By creating a plan, you're going to see realistically what you can or can't do. Don't make promises you can't keep, either to the people to whom you report or to the people who report to you. You lose your credibility, you lose your effectiveness, and then you're going to have to call me in to help you dig yourself out of a hole. So instead, plan specifically. Make sure that you share the plan with everybody involved or everybody who will be touched by the plan. This isn't a sign of insecurity. This is a sign of being smart. If people have difficulties with your plan, you want to know before you set the plan in motion, not while you're halfway into it or almost at the end of it. The third thing you need to do is take stock of the people on your team. If the team has been successful in the past, is it because everybody on the team is effective, or is it because there have been a couple of people who've been carrying the team? You need to know about the level of talent on the team. You also need to know about some of the issues that are biting away and eroding at the team's effectiveness. So, get some political awareness. Take some time to really understand what the priorities are. Take some time to establish a plan. Share the plan. Get feedback on the plan. Take some time to take stock of the talent on the team and any issues that might be lying around that you need to clean up. Don't jump in day one and put on like a 911 on your forehead and say, I'm here, everything's great, I'm going to fix everything, I'm going to be terrific. Catch your breath, think strategically, and then take your first step.
So that's just one example of all the 2,700 microlearning videos that we have available. So if you'd like to share that with a member of your team after you've watched it, it's as simple as the share button. It'll pop up a link you can copy and paste, and it puts right in there when it expires, so 2 weeks after you share it with someone. So that's just one of the benefits that you get. And then as I mentioned, you also will get an invitation to a virtual coaching follow-up session about 3 weeks after the program. And the last thing I wanted to share with you is the Cleveland Particular Certificate in Leadership Program. So this is designed for folks that are interested in really honing in on their key competencies and skill gaps for the year. So what we ask is for you to look at the 2020 schedule, pick 3 sessions that best match your individual development plan, contact me and let me know which 3 you're interested in. There's no additional cost, we just register you up front for all 3. And the added value that comes along with this program, you will receive a StrengthsFinder assessment. You'll get a 1-hour debrief to review and get some coaching. And then you get priority access to the faculty during those sessions that you attend. So you have the chance to meet with them before the session, to sit with them at lunch, to really engage with them very directly. You also receive everything that normally comes along with attendance at a session. So the access to the custom landing page, you get the virtual coaching session, and then you'll also get a very nice certificate in leadership that's specific to the program. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I'm so grateful for your membership, and I look forward to seeing you at a session in Cleveland. And please let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I've got my phone number and my email right on our website. Thank you so much, and let's make 2020 the best year yet.